Latest data shows of all the buildings with dangerous cladding, half are still unsafe. The detail is stark. There are almost 5,000 high-rise and mid-rise buildings in England where the government is monitoring the removal of dangerous cladding, and work has not started in 50% of them. That's an estimated 116,000 homes where work is yet to begin. Work is underway at 21% of them, and cladding has been fully removed at just 29% of them. So a long way to go, and these are just the blocks the government knows about. It admitted last week there could be a further 7,000 buildings that it doesn't yet know about, and that's potentially tens of thousands more individual homes. So, what types of buildings are affected? Well, there are three pots of government funding. First, for high-rise buildings over 18 metres tall with Grenfell-style aluminium composite material, or ACM cladding. Now, 3% of these haven't started work yet. Next, for high-rise buildings with other types of dangerous cladding, 36% haven't started work yet. And then a scheme for mid-rise buildings over 11 metres tall. Now, this only began last year, and 98% haven't yet begun work. Then there are two other schemes for making buildings safe. One commits major developers to fixing safety defects in blocks they had a hand in building. 53% of sites here haven't seen work begin. And another is for the social housing sector, which hasn't started work on 49% of its affected buildings. Now, a government spokesperson told us the full force of government will be brought to bear to make sure building owners fix this, and they said they would soon reveal plans to accelerate the pace of works. Well, we spoke to one homeowner here in Leeds, just a few minutes away from us, about her long wait for repairs. On the fringes of the city centre, Leeds Dock has its share of buildings with fire safety concerns. Properties scarred by samples scraped from the walls, which homeowner Rachael Loftus knows all about and wishes she didn't have to. This is your wall, this tiny thin little bit here?
Yeah, and that's the insulation.
Wow.
And that's what would cause a fire to spread. I was genuinely astonished when I came out and I saw that they were sawing this out of the outside of the building. I just could not believe that this is all that it's made of.
There's also the timber cladding, a lack of protection to stop fires spreading. So what are we seeing here?
So this is the polycarbonate sheeting that we're told.
And grave concerns about the escape route.
As you can see, it's used to let light in, but actually what we're told is that if it did catch fire, the likelihood is that it would melt, which would actually be problematic because this is our main exit route in case of fire.
This is the only way out?
Yeah.
Rachel is a leaseholder, still waiting for the freeholder to make the building safe 4 years after problems came to light. Recently, the government even took legal action against the owners over the delays. Can you sell this property?
No, it's valued at £0 until the work is done, but I have to continue paying my mortgage. Everybody in this building is stuck until they decide to act.
How do you feel being stuck here then?
There are days when the anger and the frustration just are overwhelming.
The owners, Grey GR, told us the residents' safety remains Grey's utmost priority, and it was working with the contractor to finalise design for the works, which it said can't start until building safety regulator approval. Temporary fixes have so far cost Rachel £20,000, she says. And when you look at your home, then what do you see now?
It's so hard not to just be heartbroken by it. Like, for most of us who live here, we were first-time buyers. This is our first home. And unless they do the right thing, we are stuck living in this nightmare constantly.
And so are thousands of others in buildings which are far from safe.